Now we have Kenny West, who's from Hayesville. He's been very active in business for many years, very active in his community, very active in church organizations, as well as politically active. As a former sales type for E.F. Hutton and Smith Barney and companies like that, who sell insurance and things like that, I was impressed to see that of Liberty National Life agents, he is in the top 10 of 6,300 folks that mean something. And his wife is Wilma, and we're glad to welcome Kenny.
Thank you, Mike. Well, it's good to be back here. Last time I was in this particular place was probably about 2.5 years ago, and I ran for Congress in 2010. Many of you know me. It's good to see all of y'all again. Unfortunately, we don't get to see each other but every 2 years because most of us work and have another job. I had not planned on running for Congress again. That was not one of my dreams in life. My dream was to sit up here and make sure that Jeff Miller, if he'd got elected, to be working for him hard again to get him reelected, because I think he would have been a class act over Heath Shuler. That being said, as I looked through all the candidates, and as I decided that I was going to run or not, about October, about 30 people came over to my little Clay County. I'm surprised they found it. Okay, we got 10,000 people living there in the county. And they were from about 10 different counties. And many of them said, Kenny, would you consider running again? And my wife and I, after that meeting, we went home and we prayed about it. And that next morning we got up, and that night went out to eat. My wife looked at me, she said, Kenny, go for it, I'm there with you. And then when your boss tells you to go for it, you need to go for it. My wife and I have been married 34 years. She's the love of my life. But we've got 2 beautiful children that are the love of my life. But this country right now is at a tipping point. We're at a place in history that if we don't make the right choice, that I don't believe we'll ever come out of it. We need to change this. What's going to happen is in the last election, my very first election I ever voted for, a president, was Ronald Reagan. Lord, I even named my dog after him. His name is Reagan. And I can tell you this, he was a fighter. He said what he meant, and he meant what he said. And that's what we've got to send to Washington. We have voted too many times for people of substance. We voted too many times for people that said all the right things that made us feel good about ourselves, just to get up there and they disappear. It would be hard to believe right now that in this Congress, we've got 3 equal branches of government, and the Republican Party controls one of them, and nobody in this room knows it. You know why? Because we don't have fighters in the Republican Party. It's about time the Democrats understand that somebody's going to come to play football with them and not carry a golf club. We're going to go up there and we're going to have our helmets on. It's about time that we understand that it's going to be the principles of the Republican Party, the pro-life principles, the principles of marriage between one man and one woman, the principles of leaner government, the principle of lower taxes is going to turn this country around. But it's also going to be the principles of character. It's going to be the principles of character. My dad once told me about character is very simple. He said character, how you measure it, is putting the actions behind the words you do. Putting the actions behind the words you say. It means everything. Many of y'all know me from last time. As I said before, when I promised last time in the last venue, and I'm going to share with y'all right now, and just understand this. I don't care who wins. I hope I do, because I can tell you there's nobody will fight for you harder than I will. But my character is unmatched. I'm not saying the other people are not. But last time when I told the candidate that I would support him no matter what, I can tell you he took the counties that I worked for him on, because I came out and supported Jeff Miller. That's what I'm assuring you this time, that whomever wins, whether it be man or woman, wins this man is not going to go home, because service don't end when you lose. It does not end. I went on and became the chairman of the Republican Party. I started the Rotary team. over there in Clay County. Why? Because it's an amazing thing of leadership. Leadership is about where you need to be. But we've got to get the principles of the Republican Party back forefront in this election. We've got to make sure when a Democrat surrounds you, they'll know that one Republican can surround 10 Democrats at any time of their life. That's who Kenny West is. I can promise you this. If you'll support me, I will never let you down. I'm a fighter, and we need to send fighters up there. And I can promise you this. You will always know that I will come back when there's any issue. You'll know the way I'm going to vote before I vote, because I'm going to talk to you all about the big issues and the small issues. Because this is not about Kenny West. It's not about any of the rest of these candidates. This is about America. This is not a Democratic problem. It's not a Republican or an independent. This is an American problem. It's time we understand that God is part of this country. As George Washington said, a nation without God will fall. Well, I don't plan on that happening. I'm Kenny West, and I hope to get y'all support and your vote. Thank you very much.